Hi, my fellow Broke Aristocrats. Good to speak with you. So I decided to do a video about a topic that I've been talking about a lot with my friends, and that is how we can all inflation-proof our life. And this conversation came up because a lot of people are struggling and they're concerned because the prices have gone up for a lot of food items, cars, etc. And I was trying to figure out why am I not struggling the same way as other people are struggling? And it dawned on me that in a way I've kind of made my life somewhat inflation proof. And so today I decided to do a video just talking about some of the ways that I was able to make my life far more inflation-proof than other people, and also to clarify some stuff about prepping and when I think people should prep, how people should prep, etc., etc. So the first thing I want to talk about is just that there's no right or wrong. It's however you build your life. It's however your life works for you. I'm not married. I don't have a mortgage. I don't have children. I don't have grandchildren. And so my situation is going to be very different than, say, somebody else's. I have a cat, and that keeps me on my toes. But let's just talk about a couple of things. One of the prices that's gone up with inflation is cars. Even used cars are up something like 40%. Part of the problem has to do with the fact that cars are just not coming in. There's a supply chain challenge going on right now. So, hi Mila, did you want to join us? Why don't you come on up and say hi to my cat? Mila, come on up. Anyway, so I don't drive, and so driving doesn't impact me because I don't drive. There she is. When I designed my life here in Portland, Oregon, some of the things that I was looking for when I moved back to Portland was that I was looking for how I could have my life be as simple and practical as possible. So I chose to live in downtown Portland, Oregon, and we have excellent public transit. And specifically, I was looking for an apartment that was going to be close to the tram. And my apartment is literally on the same block as the tram. The other thing is I wanted to be able to walk to the store. I wanted to be able to just, if I needed a gallon of milk or something like that, I could just go out and get it. And so I found a location which is literally on top of Safeway. So when I need something, that is where the majority of people are doing their transportation. That's when they need transportation. It's going to and from work and picking up things like a gallon of milk. So I took care of those two problems. I have the buses and the trams right here next to the building, and I have my shopping below the building that I live in. So that dramatically reduced the expenses I would have to pay for transportation. That also takes care of gas cost. So again, if my life isn't impacted by changes in the cost of gas, changes in the cost of cars, because I don't have a car, I don't travel very often, and I really don't need to travel. I work from home and I shop downstairs, and if I do decide to go somewhere, I just hop on public transportation. My total cost for public transportation is about, I think it works out to be something like $10, $15 a month I spend on average in public transportation. So I don't have a car, so that takes care of that expense. And that also takes care of the expense of repairing it. I'm not buying a car, I'm not repairing a car, I'm not paying for gas. And so all those bills associated with that, excuse me, as soon as I talk, she wants to come be involved in it. So all of those costs don't impact me. And same with grocery shopping. Like I said, I can just go down stairs and pick things up. The other thing that's started to increase is the cost of meat and meat products. I think pork is up something like 40%. Red meat is also up. So people are buying cans of Spam on sale. Again, that's just not how we do things here at Broke Aristocrats. We don't eat a lot of meat. I'm not vegetarian, but I'm mostly vegetarian. I'm mostly a lacto-vegetarian. If I crave some meat, I have it, and I have it be the highest quality that I can get. An example would be that I shop at the Saturday market, which is just down the street. On Saturdays. It's literally 2 blocks from my house. Again, it has to do with how I created my life. And I bought some bison meat, right? It's lean, it's healthy, and I cut it into 4 servings, and froze it. And that was 2 weeks ago, and I've used a quarter. So basically, that was enough meat for me for the next 2-3 months. Same with some turkey meat that I picked up on sale. I divided it into 4s, put it in the freezer, and I still haven't used it. So because of how low my meat consumption is, I have probably enough meat to last me a couple months, right? Because it's just not something that I eat very often. If I want it, I have it. There's nothing forbidden in my home. It's just that it's not the base of my diet. And so meat prices don't impact me either. In terms of how I'm living, I don't have a mortgage. I chose not to buy, and there's a couple of reasons for that. The main reason that I've chosen to rent and not buy is because I really like to travel, and I don't want to be stuck anywhere in case I decide that, hey, I want to spend a year living in Oklahoma or someplace like that. So I keep my options open, and because I work, like I said, from home, it's just me and my laptop. It affords me the ability to travel. But the great thing about where I live right now is that it's rent controlled. It's, like I said, it's downtown. Everything I need is within walking distance. Powell's Books, which is the greatest bookstore in the world, is very close to me. And so, again, doesn't impact me. I can just walk there when I want to get a book. Also, the library is right over here. Again, only a block and a half, 2 blocks away. So I can just go to the library and check out a book if I want to read something. And prices in rent are not impacting me. Prices of homes are not impacting me because, again, I have a rent-controlled apartment. So these are all examples of ways in which she really wants you to know she's here. These are ways in which I've been able to create a inflation-proof life. Find what works for you, but look at the things that are going up and see if you can't reduce them in some way. Finally, I kind of have an attitude of go with the flow, and I think that can be really helpful. For example, if you're going to buy pasta and you find that they're out of spaghetti, but the bow tie is on sale, I'll grab a couple extra bow tie and I'll make dinner with bow tie noodles instead of spaghetti. I look at what's on sale and I go with the flow. In terms of prepping, yes, I do a little bit of prepping in the sense that if I see something's on sale, for example, spaghetti noodles, it was $1 for spaghetti noodles. So I picked up a pack of spaghetti noodles, and then I picked up a couple extra packets as well because there is a supply chain problem going on right now. And so to be on the safe side, I don't want to hoard food. I don't want to hoard anything, but I'll buy a little extra in the event of an emergency. So in my pantry right now, I have about 3-4 months worth of food in the event of an emergency, because it's rice, multiple types of beans, nuts and seeds. And like I said, I buy my vegetables, locally. I try and buy in season. I go with the flow. I also have built my own garden in my apartment. Thank you very much. Which is lettuces, etc. Other thing I do is that I will recycle the vegetables I buy. Yes, believe it or not, I do that. If I buy some celery, I will cut it. I will stick it in some water. When it grows roots, I'll stick it in the ground and let it grow beautiful leaves, and then from that I can make soup stocks, etc. Same with romaine lettuce or any other lettuces I buy. I don't buy them, the small lettuces in a container. I buy them as the whole plant, cut the top off, and then recycle so that new lettuce will come up. And I kind of just live my life that way. In terms of clothes, sometimes I will buy new if I see something that's on sale, that's a good price, like this sweater. I got it for good. I think I got it for like $5 new. I don't know how I did that, but I did. For the most part, I buy my clothes at the Goodwill, Savers, or wherever I can get discount clothing. The only thing I buy new is I buy my shoes new, underthings new. I bought a hat, a cap new. I'm a little paranoid about little creepy crawly critters when I do shop at used clothing stores. So things like that, I do think that, hats and shoes, etc., I tend to buy new. But other than that, I pretty much buy everything used. When I can, I buy my furniture used. I think the real secret for living a frugal, simple life and creating a life that's inflation proof is to simply go with the flow. If sunflower seeds are on sale and you're eating a mostly plant-based diet, you might want to grab yourself a little bit of extra sunflower seeds. If sunflower seeds go up but pumpkin seeds go down, then you would buy the pumpkin seeds. Learn to adapt, go with the flow. If something's on sale, you might want to grab a little extra of it, but you don't want to hoard to the point where you're going to be wasting food. You want to obviously go through your pantry, not waste, only make what you're going to use up. All right, so I hope you enjoyed watching this fun little video on how I have created an inflation-proof life for myself, and I hope you enjoyed the interruptions by Mila, my cat. Tell me what you're doing to take care of yourself while living on a budget, and how you have created an inflation-proof life for yourself as well. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.